Thank you so much. But just a fun little play on words, surrendering to your good. And we all know, now that can get us confused, but we really want to look at surrendering to you are good. And I think that's probably the one message that Jesus brought and gave to us. Like, you're good. Let's start letting go all those less than thoughts, beliefs, attitudes, and actions. So surrendering to your good, surrendering to your love. Hashtag to be or not to be. To be your good or not to be your good. That's your choice. It's your choice. It's not even a question. It's your choice, okay? I want to share a poem I got from Spirit just the other day, and it's called The Gift. Jesus brought a special gift, God's love revealed to man. Christ ever was and ever is, love, the ultimate plan. I am with you always, His presence in each heart. Ours is but to follow me. It's time to play our part. We can be the smiling heart, bringing peace to all. Gentle love, our essence. Our gift can be His presence. Follow me. It's not that arduous of a journey. We just have to surrender. Surrender to it. Maybe get out of our head, go into our heart, and begin to feel the truth, I am. I am spirit. I am love. We recognize and acknowledge and celebrate the birth of Jesus the Christ at this time of year, the gift of reconnecting us with Father God, reconnecting us with our source. This visual Cindy gave the very first service of this series. Cindy got the boards out, if you remember, and all these little charts, and it was just so enlightening. But the most, I think, profound truth or lesson was that Jesus brought the love of God to man and then walked as the love of God made manifest, and took the love of man back to God. Brought God's love to man, walked it as man, and then took man's love back to God. And that's our path. That's our path. That's the path of follow me. It's not doing anything. It's just being. Being the love that we truly are. Surrendering to who you are. Surrendering to your good. To be or not to be. So as we begin to take that to heart, and I think that's the most important phrase that we can begin to understand, is we begin to take these concepts or these truths, universal truths, to heart. Because our heart is where they're known. Our head's where we think about them. Let's just bat them off the polarity of good and bad and duality and all this good stuff. But to go within our heart, in our heart, I am a child of God. To breathe and feel. I ask to feel your love, Father. I want to feel it in my heart. I don't want to think about it in my head. You see, life is about living and experiencing. Our thoughts will create experiences for us. And if we're awake and open and ask, we can feel the love in our experiences. But it's so much easier if we just ask to feel the love, then the love will guide us to our most perfect experience. Pretty good plan. Love, the ultimate plan. We are the children of God. We're the children of God. We're not His creation. See, we got a separation already, see? We are the children of God, and that's awesome. And that plays out through the universe. Creation is finite. This too shall pass away. We are eternal. We are eternal. We're the eternal sons and daughters of God. And to begin to think about that in our heart, well, what does that really mean? What does that really mean? it can give us a new perspective and perhaps a bigger perspective of who we are and what life's all about. Each person is a unique expression of God. Isn't that cool? We're all different, but we're all the same. We all are that love vibration, and we just came to vibrate and give our unique perspective of love at this moment in time. You know, the law of identity is that the universe seeks to show us who we are at any moment in time. And don't we change from day to day? And all that is information. It's not good or bad. It's information. Maybe we can alter, change our course. Take something out, add something to. Surrender. Surrender to our good. And all surrender really means is to let go of our will and say, thy will be done. Thy will be done, Father. When Jesus came to the planet and did his walk, he was in total alignment with the will of the Father. There were a lot of people and organizations that wanted him to act a certain way, to speak certain words, to do certain things. Excuse me. I'll go in, connect with Father, get my direction, my guidance, and walk. And you know what? I'm going to walk in love. I'm going to walk in love because love is going to take me to my perfect destination. And I think it was really neat. A lot of the stories that we have, you know, Jesus, when he walked, he was a teacher, a healer. He was just the love made manifest. And then all the gifts that he manifested were just the expression of love to transcend our limited perception of life. He'd go to different villages, and people would hear that he had come. Oh, Jesus, there. Miles around, people start going. They want to go and see Jesus and be healed. And you know what? He could have stayed in one village just 3 years. But he didn't come from one village. He came for everyone. And in one of the scriptures, you know, everybody's streaming in, and the disciples come to him. It's in the evening. He says, oh, man, Jesus, we better get to bed. Tomorrow we got a big day. Jesus, this is what Jesus said. Yeah, we're going to get to bed, but early in the morning we're going to get up and leave. I think that's a powerful statement to begin to understand. You see? He had a bigger picture. Because if he would have stayed there, people would have just been coming. And then we'd have this one little sacred site that we'd worship. We're going to pack up and we're going to go. And sometimes we are all individually guided to pack up and go. From a place, a job, relationship, whatever. If we're connected with our heart and asked to feel God's love, and then allow that love to guide us. We are God's love made manifest, and we come from God's source. God is our source. We are one with the Father. We are eternal. And to begin to look at our thoughts, beliefs, patterns, our life in that perspective. In that perspective. The presence of God's love within allows us to transcend our human instability. Has anyone here ever felt instability, unstable in life, you say? And that's, we could say that's a human condition. It's really cool. And the human condition isn't bad, it's information. Isn't that cool? I went to the dentist one time, you know, and they're doing all this stuff. And so the girl that's working on me, you know, I goes, yeah, man, I started late in life and blah, 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 giving a little story, you know, and so I got a lot of work here. And she goes, yeah, just welcome to the human condition, you know, because most of us are like, especially my condition here, you know. But anyways, and that's what I mean, welcome to the human condition. It's not bad. It just gives us information. What do I need to do? Maybe I wasn't paying attention. See? I'm going to surrender to my good. I am good. I'm going to surrender to my God. I'm going to surrender to allow the God's love to flow through me and our human, transcending our human instability. How about fear? You know, if we know that we're the children of God, we are spirit, what do we have to fear? This is what I used to tell people a lot. I don't say this anymore because everybody knows it. People get going on and they get a little fear-based story. They'll say, well, what do you have to fear? You're eternal. You can't be killed. Now, isn't that a heck of a concept? You can't be killed. Your vehicle can be disintegrated. How's that? Transmuted. But see, we're spirit, we're eternal. But how often do we slip into that belief system that we can be killed? We let fear grab a hold of our love and squash it, and we walk on it. So transcending fear, control. What right do we have to control anyone if each child is a child of God? Each person is their own creator. We pay attention to what am I doing? What is my guidance to do? And we just allow people to have their experience. It's perfect for them. Anger, that's just when we don't get our way and can't control. Chaos. Oh, here's a good one. Instability. One day I'm worthy and the next day I'm unworthy. Anybody feel that one? And what is that? An outer judging experience? Oh, I did good today. Oh, I didn't do good today. You know, be the love. No isn't a bad word sometimes. So to begin to understand, I'm going to surrender to my good. I'm going to surrender to my unique expression of love and follow that. And that can be our gift. You see, that's the gift. We can be the smiling heart, bringing peace to all. You see, our gift is His presence, the presence of love that we hide, we bury, we kill. But everyone here doesn't do that. I love that. You see, we're all good. So anyways, back on track. Okay. And so how can we change? And the easy change is to pay attention, okay? Be here now. I'm going to pay attention what's happening. And you know what? If we are being here now and paying attention, we're going to begin to feel the positive guidance that comes from within our heart. And to just begin to choose that. I'm going to choose a higher road. I'm going to choose a different behavior. I'm going to choose to give. I'm going to choose to receive. But with guidance, in alignment with our true self. And when we are in alignment with our true self, that's the greatest gift that we can give to life, to our brothers and sisters. As Jesus walked, love manifest. That's His greatest gift, His walk. He didn't write books and tell us do's and don'ts. Love. Love God with your whole heart, mind, soul, and strength, and love your neighbor as yourself. So, and all that was an action. Love. You see? Love, love, love. And then He just walked. He walked love. And so, follow me. So our walk, and that may seem too simplistic for people, but if anyone's ever tried to just live love all the time, it can be hard and challenging, you know, because our head gets in the way. Jesus said, if you really want to understand how powerful love is, love someone you don't love. Because you're not loving them, that's when we allow that love within to come out. Did you see? That's when it comes out. That's the transcending power of God's love. when I meditate a lot, and I go to sleep last night, I'm going, God, help me to see what you want me to say tomorrow. You say, I guess, okay. So I'm sleeping and talking and listening and everything. And so I was given a picture of a lighthouse. And lighthouses are pretty cool. Those tall things on the coast, and they have this light beaking out to sea, And so the lighthouse can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people, So just if it's nice and calm, but it's dark, that light shining out, that could bring peace to people. Hey, we're getting close. I can see it. We can feel comfortable. We can feel safe. We can feel familiar. But if we're out there in the raging sea and it's storming and everything, we don't know what's going on, and then we see the light. And we feel safe. Wow, at least the light's still there. Hey, at least somebody's waiting for us, you think? So that the lighthouse, it can bring us guidance, it can breeze. And we see the light and say, it can bring us a sense of familiarity. And I think that's the biggest gift that love brings us, is a sense of familiarity, because it's familiar with our Father, with God. So guidance, peace, familiarity, safety, but love. Somebody used to have to kindle that fire all night long in those lighthouses before they had electricity. And they loved what they were doing. They loved helping out their brothers and sisters on the sea. And so, thank you, God. That's really cool. But can't we be the light? Can't we be guidance for certain people? Peace for certain people? Familiarity? If we stay grounded and centered, some people need to see people that are grounded and centered. You see? There's hope. We can be love. And it's all natural. This is all the stuff that's within us, and once we allow the love to flow, it allows it to really reveal who we really are. So, surrender to you are good. Goodness is the wise, dutiful, and devoted management of love as the power of life. Love as the power of life. Because love creates. Say, white ego. There's one thing man must know. Man's spirit, and spirit creates matter. You see? That's what that means. Love. Okay? This is a story about a farmer. And don't we love farmers because they give us food? Okay, so here's this farmer, I think it was maybe Sunday afternoon, he's standing out in his field, and this preacher comes by, he gets out of his car. Hey, Farmer John, God sure has blessed you with a beautiful land and farm. And the farmer's looking around, and everything. He goes, yeah, but you should have saw it when God gave it to me. It's the power of life. He loved being a farmer, and he gave that love into that land, and he cleared it and plowed it and planted and turned it into a garden. And, we can all look at our life like that. We all had different beginnings. But most of us allow love to transcend our conditions. We can improve our life. We can free ourselves from limiting thoughts and patterns, ancestor worship, into the living God, the living love, the living Christ that's within our hearts. Just let go of these limiting thoughts, beliefs, patterns, and identities that were given to us from this place. How's that? God didn't give them to us. Jesus would say, be in the world but not of the world. That's a really cool statement, isn't it? To be in the world but not of the world. Well, God's love is not from this world. This world is a creation of God. You see? God's love may be in this world, but God's love isn't of this world. So to begin to go to God Surrender to the source, our source, God's love within us, and allow that to guide us instead of the worldly way guiding us. We, the children of God, extend creation. Y'all believe that? We extend it. The song extended our creation. Heather, Mike, thank you. They make beautiful songs. They write words. They've extended the capacity to feel something. Do you see? The last song hasn't been written. Keep writing. And painters, artists, farmers, whatever. We're extending creation in our own unique expression. To think about that. It's a different perspective. We are integral to the whole. Integral to the whole. And as we begin to just acknowledge our integralness and our uniqueness and the love, then what we give forth blesses the whole. Blesses the whole. We, the children of God, extend creation through our choices and by our viewpoints of reality. So, we extend it by our choices. What kind of song do I want to write? Do you want to write a happy one? Joyful wrong? Check with God? You know, I'm old. I've had an interesting life. And I used to, when I lived in the suburbs a little bit, I had a small little construction company, and I'd get up real early to miss the traffic. You know, so I would drive down to Atlanta. I'd leave my house at like 6:30, okay? And so when I drive down to into Midtown, little Five Points, all those little neighborhoods. And so I'd listen to the blues every morning. WRAS, still got it. It's still on, you know, in the morning. It's like, and I'm trying to, you know, rise and everything, good stuff up. Finally, it's like, I goes, I don't know if listening to the blues every morning when I'm getting ready to support my creation, is that good for me? It's like, it's not on my channel anymore. You see, and it's a choice. And I'm not saying blues are bad, but for me, they didn't serve my creation at that moment in time. I need to be lifted up. I need to be inspired. I need to be expanded. And so that was just a little wake-up moment. And see how small that was? But for me, it was a good one. And we all have little experience in our life that if we look at them, we might go, you know what, maybe I can let that go. And once we let something go, we've created that vacuum, and now something greater can come. Maybe we can think about what we want, you see. We've created a place for that, okay? So when love becomes our choice, it becomes our nature. It becomes our nature. It's not something we think we are, or can be, or should be, or aren't. When we choose love, and continue to choose love, it becomes our nature. That's the love of God made manifest. And that's why we are here. To allow God's love to just flow through all of our unique expressions, to create this beautiful mosaic, this beautiful garden, this beautiful creation that we are all a part of. That we're all a part of. When love becomes our choice, it becomes our nature. So surrendering to you are good. Doesn't sound like that bad a thing, does it? No, they're shouting, no, it's good. Surrendering to you are good allows your love the opportunity for you to transcend instability and all those tangents it'll take you on. Let's go within. So as you sit in your chair, just close your eyes and just breathe. And once again, ask to feel God's love filling you. I don't want you to think. I just want you to ask that God's love for you, and then just take your awareness to your body. And I want you to feel your body. Just breathe in God's love and feel your body receiving God's love. Just breathe in God's love. It's my intention to feel your love, Father. So breathe in God's love and just feel. How does your body feel? And begin to feel that gentle energy, that warm, radiant energy, that smiling energy begin to move through your whole body. And as you breathe in this love from your heart, ask this prayer: I desire to be transformed through Christ's love. And just breathe, and breathe in the love. I desire to be transformed through Christ's love. Just breathe and feel your body begin to quicken. Feel your energy become alive. As we breathe in this new, this now, and let go of the old, the past. I desire to be transformed through Christ's love. The living love I am. And just breathe and feel. And as you breathe, just take your awareness to your heart. As you move into your heart, if there's anything that you would like to change or alter, to let go of or to embrace, acknowledge it. And you be the chooser. To choose to let something go, to choose to receive something greater. You are the chooser. So choose. Breathe and feel God's love. Thy will be done, Father. Thy will be done. So breathe and feel your unique vibration. Breathe and feel your unique love. Be still and know this is who you are. Be still and know this is who I am. Breathe and feel. Gently wiggle your toes and fingers. Gently open your eyes. As child of God, we were given a sense of self. In our quiet time and in our silence, we touch that sense of self. It's time to accept it and go forth and be. And they all said, "Yea, God."